AI isn't replacing businesses, but the businesses using AI right are absolutely going to outperform the ones that aren't. And the gap in 2026 is bigger than people realize. Companies advanced enough to be at AI maturity stages 4 to 5 are now operating at margins 47% higher than companies still at stages 1 to 2. Same industries, same headwinds, different operational logic. Here's exactly what the winners are doing differently. I run Prometheus. We've integrated AI into sales, ops, marketing workflows for over 30 middle market companies, from $5 million repair shops up to $500 million manufacturers. And about 60% of our work is actually in manufacturing and home services. So these are real businesses, real ROI, not hype. Here's what's working in 2026. AI is moving from tool to infrastructure. This shift is the biggest thing happening in AI right now, and almost nobody is talking about it correctly. If you only get one thing from this video, get this. AI used to be a separate app that you logged into. Gemini, ChatGPT, or Claude in one tab. Notion, maybe, or your project management system in another. HubSpot or Salesforce in another application window. That phase is ending. AI is becoming embedded into the systems your team already uses. Hooked up, connected, immediate access in a way that transforms the way that individuals work in your business. It's now showing up inside CRM, support systems, project management, analytics, workflow automations. And this is not just a feature, it's infrastructure. For one of our clients, they don't just have an AI tool. They have a custom system connected to their data where AI suggestions appear, helping to recommend their team to have better conversations and intelligence when they go into either customers or prospects. And then they're able to actually input data easily, leveraging AI back into that same system. Again, that's not just an app. That's an AI transforming the way part of a team can use this technology, provide better data back to leadership in a system that helps transform the way that organization can work. Businesses still treating AI as a standalone subscription stack, you're behind, plain and simple. But the ones that are running AI as a thread, as a foundation in between and as a foundation of their business, they're the ones that are winning. And look, it's not too long ago that with the cloud transformation, we went through this exact shift. In 2012 to 2015, not too long ago, we were thinking, do we use the cloud? Do we go from on-prem to cloud? And now, of course, everything is in the cloud. AI is making the same jump. But here's the thing. It's making the jump in 18 months, not 5 years. The company's winning with AI focus on leverage. And what I'm about to break down is exactly how the smartest companies we work with are extracting 5 to 10x more value from AI than their direct competitors. Same tools, but a different framing. Automated summaries, AI draft reports, meeting note extraction. Look, these are just now core ways of working in an AI-first environment that, whether you're a small company or a large company, immediately transforms how your workforce can flourish. This is where we're talking about cutting a 10-hour data extraction process into 30 minutes to an hour. Think about it. Those 9 hours automatically get reinvested. And what would it look like if the analytical work, the reason why the data extraction was happening, actually gets done by AI as well? Insights are created, historical insights are provided. Now all of a sudden is that senior people are helping to think about what decision needs to be done with this data and how do we pull in the right people to do it. And here's a key thing. What I'm just talking about is decision leverage. So now all of a sudden humans are provided additional muscles that they never had that allows them to make better decisions. For a client that we worked with, AI now flags patterns across hundreds of workflows. And this is something that no single repair person could spot. That's a decision that their leadership decided to provide to their managers by implementing technology in their systems. And now that diagnostic helps provide insights for how that company can work. What about workflow automation, friction removal, process intelligence? Think about manual processes where you're putting in data and content to submit it to customers or clients or prospects, pulling data out of multiple systems to create these reports. This is where, with the right setup, AI not only can go access the correct data for you, but it can actually create that report. This isn't AI just fixing something, it's actually working in a process that you've already created for how you want to serve others. And over time, AI gets better at restructuring that data, accessing it better, producing better reports, better systems that again gives your human teams more leverage in what they're able to accomplish. So look, here's the key point. AI should reduce friction, not create more complexity. If your AI, even though it's complex, but if that rollout is making people's jobs harder, then you've failed and you're doing it wrong. And I mentioned a diagnostic earlier. If you want that, it's still free, link in description. foundation, same one that we use in actual engagements. It's a foundation that hopefully can get you started on your AI journey and hold you accountable to where you're at. So click the link below, and I hope it's helpful. All right, here's why most AI projects fail. Most consultants won't tell you why projects fail. And honestly, it's because those consultants' incentives with implementation are misaligned. So I'm going to tell you why they fail. So that study that I've referenced in videos before and that you've seen is around MIT and how many of those projects fail and they don't produce real return. Again, it's not an AI problem. That's an implementation and human training problem. The 5 reasons it fails every time: no operational process or clarity going in. There's no internal adoption that comes out of the implementation. There's always bad data at the foundation of these issues. There's no clear ownership across the team. It maybe just lives with IT instead of actually with a partner and a business owner internally. Every AI initiative not only needs the single named owner, but needs the business leader that can own that process to ensure that it's really working for what the business needs. This isn't the C-suite, and this honestly isn't IT. IT is enabling those business owners to own this piece of technology, the person closest to the business outcome that AI is trying to drive. Without this, the project is always going to die. It's probably the thing that I should have talked about first. And here's the 5th thing: trying to automate broken systems. This is the fastest way to fail. Processes don't have to be recreated for AI, but you do need to make sure that those processes are solid before including AI in the middle of them. And we've walked into companies that have made massive investments with AI over the past 6 to 8 months, and nothing was actually in production. But here's the problem: the data was a wreck, and they tried to automate bad systems. Business objective first, data and systems analysis second, to confirm that what you're about to implement is going to flourish. And here's something worth noting: that same AI study by MIT that I just referenced, those projects that were brought from specialized vendors, they succeed around 67% of the time. Internal build projects succeed roughly 1/3 as often. So here's the key thing: vendor selection is very important. And this is something that we're starting to see a lot in RFPs from manufacturing companies, where they see the need, even though they might have some folks internally that can build, they're getting better at defining the business outcome that they want AI to achieve and allowing the creative flexibility for a vendor to come in and say what actually has to get done to make it work. I saw this recently in an RFP from a local manufacturing company. The definition and the need was very clear, and they were able to evaluate the cost impact on what their business outcome was to make sure that that investment made sense for their business and the humans that were going to have to own that implementation. All right, so here's something fun. What are the best AI opportunities for most businesses in 2026? These are the highest, in my opinion, return on investment plays that we've seen and that we're talking about with clients right now within a 90 to 120 days of engagement. These are things that we've seen generate real results in our business or in others. The first is an internal knowledge system, and this can be individualized. But when you're implementing AI within businesses, you have to have an automated way to create knowledge and memory systems that helps folks flourish and have real memory in their AI tools. The second is one that we talked about previously, which is enhancing your CRM with real AI-driven intelligence. Sometimes this is just enabling tools within the platform, but a lot of times what we're seeing is custom solutions based on who these people are and how the businesses need to work based on the data in AI to continue to give it better data and help coach the team on how to do their jobs better. AI search across internal documentation is one that I think a lot of folks are starting to invest in. How could you get data in a good spot to where that becomes really easy to access? If you start playing with cloud solutions, you will see that this is something that immediately drives an efficiency in your business if you know how to give cloud services access to internal documentation. Finally, this is one that can be tough, but it's realizing that your operational reporting AI is really good at creating dashboards for you based on the KPIs that you're tracking in your business. It just needs access to the data and a routine and a schedule to give you the reports that help you lead the business. And here's the thing: most businesses don't need advanced AI. They need practical systems running the boring 80% of the work. The MIT data is brutal here. Over half of Gen AI budgets are going to sales and marketing. But what we've seen with our customer base and what that study says is that the biggest documented return on investment is back office automation. People are pointing the spend at the wrong target. So how should leaders think about AI? If you remember one section of this video 3 months from now, make it this one. This is what separates middle market companies that hit their ideal AI state from the others that don't. And AI is just not an initiative. It's a strategy decision. Treating it solely as an IT IT investment is a massive mistake. Right behind, honestly, the biggest one, which is let's just go buy tools first. So every leader needs these 4 questions before thinking about what you should do with AI. First, where is work slowing down? Where are my teams overwhelmed? Where are decisions getting delayed? And where does information get trapped? Those 4 things, if you ask your executive leadership team, if they know the answers to that, and then that ELT is able to take it down to their leadership teams, that will help you know where AI investment is worth it. AI should solve businesses with constraints, not just a tool to help us do cool new things. Solve for the constraint that is preventing you from a business outcome. If your AI conversations aren't starting with an operational pain point, then you're going in the wrong place. The companies that struggle with AI in the next 2 years won't struggle because they ignored AI. Everyone's adopting it. They'll struggle because they bought tools without fixing what was underneath. If you want help figuring out where AI can create measurable impact across sales, ops, marketing, and your workflows, the first link in the description, that's a strategy audit. But maybe more importantly, go watch the next video where I break down how to implement AI without wasting money. It will save you time, and most companies burn through money trying to do this without a plan. See you there.